What's good, everyone? Welcome back. It is post game. Welcome back to British 876, where we provide the realest and the most authentic football and sports opinion. Chelsea has just came to Old Trafford, and the final score is Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. We got away with it, frankly speaking. Fear we got away with it 2-1 at home to Chelsea under rainy conditions, as per usual at Old Trafford. Two early goals we got. Went up from a goal from Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes against 10 men. Chelsea got a red card. 5 minutes into the game, Chelsea got a red card. Lucky us, because hadn't it been for that red card, I doubt we would have had a fair chance at this game. Looking back at the early red, 5 minutes in, their goalkeeper Sanchez with a flick on from Sesko Mbeumo running in onto Sanchez, and Sanchez took him out. Fair red card, no argument about it. And Chelsea was down to 10 men. We then see the Chelsea coach took two of their attacking players off. They took Esteval off, and they also took Neto off, both of their outlets on the wing, took them off. I think Maresca surrendered at that point. If he didn't make that change, I guarantee you the scoreline would have been a total different outcome. I think he offered Manchester United and the Old Trafford crowd too much respect and little faith in his squad. He took two of his outlet off. He took off Esteval and he took off Neto. Who else would have been the outlet now with 10 men? Who else would have been the person that you can spray the ball to and they're in on the Manchester United backline? They didn't have any of them. And then later on, I think 10 minutes later or so, he took Casemiro off. He took, not Casemiro, he took Cole Palmer off Maresca. I think that one was due to a slight niggle from Cole Palmer. I don't think it's anything serious. Cole Palmer had to come off, went straight down the tunnel, had a laugh with his English pal Kobe Mainu, who was warming up on the sidelines. I don't think that's a very serious injury. I think it's just precautionary, and they were under pressure, so they decided that, look, we're going to take off Cole Palmer, and they brought on Andre Santos. They're in the midfield. People, even at that point with an extra man, Manchester United didn't necessarily present any dominance on the game. Didn't necessarily was peppering the Chelsea goalkeeper. I don't think they made any. I don't think the Chelsea goalkeeper made any save after the red card. So still work in progress for United. Still not the best. Still the system and the formation and the coach not getting the best out of our team. Chelsea down to 10 men, and their coach literally surrendered. And we didn't maximize and we didn't capitalize on that 10 men. And no taking off their best players, all their attacking outlet. Literally, that's what they did. And then Casemiro got a first yellow card, which was uncalled for. Then the second yellow card, we got to go down to, still in the first half, it was an additional 9 minutes. He got this around 50th minute, got a second yellow, which was a very soft red card, yellow card, second yellow, but he gave the referee a decision to make, and the referee gave him a second yellow. It was very soft, very soft. On a normal day, I don't see that being given as a card at all. We see those tackle all the time, and sometimes it's just a foul. Worse, if you're already on a yellow card, you don't give a next yellow for that. Come on, referee. Too soft. So the game was now 10-10 men. And from that point on, it was a level playing field. Chelsea started dominating the ball, showing really what both sides are actually made of now. Prior to that, 10 man, the Manchester United coach did not make any sort of change to affect the game. So Chelsea went down to 10 man, and their coach immediately, some might say surrender, but in his view, affect the game. He immediately took his goalkeeper, he put on a goalkeeper and took two of his wingers off, and then one to injury. and the Manchester United coaching staff did not make any change to counter or effect those particular changes made by the Chelsea coach. Now, this is the coach of Manchester United. They have to effect the game. They're down to 10 men. We still don't need the same robust and rigid formation. Inflexible, three defenders, five defenders actually, three centre backs, and two wing defenders. We still don't need that down to with a extra man on the pitch. Right? Sesko was up top. He had the least touches in the first half. I think he had about 5 touches in the first half. Chelsea down to 10 man, you could have put on a more attacking change. You could have put, there are million and one ways. You could have put on a striker. You could have just put on Zerski. Take off Mazraoui, who shouldn't be starting at right wing back because it makes it become a back five. Right? Put Ahmad over there and put another attacker up top. Whether it be a striker, Xerxes, or it be a midfielder who will more support Sesko. You know, it's unfortunate that we cannot get Sesko in the game. I know if he was at Liverpool, Chelsea, any other team, he would have been showing better of himself. But he's at United, where everybody struggles. Everybody seems to struggle. We got the 3 points, but I'm still disappointed. I'm seeing the bigger picture here. I'm still disappointed in the performance. I'm still disappointed in the results. We should have been 3-4-0 up in the first half against 10 men, but we didn't afford any sort of dominance on the game. None whatsoever. We weren't able to keep the ball. We weren't able to consistently string 10 passes together. Against 10 men, every attack you're supposed to be stringing 10 passes together, more passes together, getting up in and around the opposition's penalty box, trying to create chances. None of that happened. Even at that point, Chelsea still was even. The game was even. They were getting chances as well. Had Neto or Esteval been on the pitch, they would have had an outlet. There's a few times their most advanced player, apart from Pedro, was either Caicedo or Enzo Fernandez, who kept having to come back because he didn't have any support. Disappointing. And as I said, Casemiro got the red card in the 58th minute, and then it was all Chelsea from there until the game ended. They got a late equalizer. I think, what time did they get equalizer? Chelsea got an equalizer in the 80th minute. They got an equalizer and they dominated the possession 76% up until that point. Dominated the possession. And then in the 80th minute, Reece James with a whip, wonderful cross into the box, and Chalaba just, nodded it home. Actually, not nodded it home. It was a great header, a thumping header past the goalkeeper. I mean, if I was a Chelsea fan, I would have been a bit disappointed because Maresca basically surrendered the game, took off his outlet. He didn't take one off. I think he panicked. He didn't take one off, he took both off. Neto and Esteval. There was no consideration. I think that was just solely panic. Left just João Pedro up top with no outlet. And then disappointed also in Casemiro. Should be one of the more I think he's the most experienced player on the pitch. Should know better. Should have been a bit more calm with the second tackle. But that's Casemiro. He plays hard. He plays fast. He tackles hard. Didn't need to make that second challenge to get that second yellow. It was definitely not called for. But he doing that showed what this United team is actually made of. It was now 10 versus 10, level, no advantage. And Chelsea just stepped up and dominated them. And it was lucky that they didn't have Neto, Palmer, or Esteban on the pitch to supplement their attack. Because with that dominance that they were having, they just needed a few more attacking outlets to materialize on it, which they didn't have. So lucky for Manchester United, we won 3-2-1 in the end. After the Chelsea scored came back to score 1-2-1. They didn't really push on. We defended well since then, I think Delete is very underrated. I think he is quick. He is strong. and he's a very good defender, reads the play well, and one-on-one defending is literally solid. You don't really get around him. And then in the air, he is a great defender, solid defender. I mean, can I complain about the starting lineup that we started today? I think, apart from the fact that he played Mazraoui at wing back rather than Ahmad, made it into a back five. I think if you play attacking players in the more attacking players in those wing back position, the formation will and the team will play naturally more offensive. But the man play Mazraoui and Dorgu, which are two wing backs, and that I think made it into a bit more. Apart from that, he played Harry Maguire and Delete. Not sure why you need both of them in. Is either either. Is either or either, and it's definitely not Maguire, right? You play Delete in the center and you play Euro. Euro would not have folded and caused any sort of mistake in the game. Mbuemo was good again today. I think he was good. Bruno was good. You know, I'm not sure why Bruno not playing in the number 10 position with the absence of Cunha. It's not like Xerxes is playing or Manu is playing. Bruno should be playing in that attacking position. Play anybody else beside Casemiro. Play Manu, play Ugarte. But he insists and he's very stubborn, this coach. Um, yeah, our goalkeeper didn't have much to do at all. Luke Shaw was okay today. Harry Maguire was okay until he came off. You know, Ahmad was poor. Ahmad has been poor since the start of the season. I'm not sure what it's immediately linked to, but I think he has been poor. I think most persons has been poor, but to Ahmad's last season standard and the season before, I think he has been poor, not performing to the best of his ability. And Sesko, I'm just sorry for the guy not able to perform, not able to produce, not able to consistently get on the ball or get chances fed to him in the game. And I think that's down to the system. I think that's down to the system. Too often, when we have the ball in certain areas, way advanced in the opposition half, it's players like Dilit on the ball, Mazraoui on the ball, and Dorgu all the time. And we consistently are in those areas with Dilit, Mazraoui, and Dorgu on the ball. Why not Mbuemo and that Dalo and Amad Diallo? Why not Sesko? You know, it's always those players. The system is flawed. Something is wrong with the system that is not allowing our best players to perform or our best players to be in the best positions. You know, but 3 points is in the bag. I cannot complain. Thank God for Mariska for surrendering 5 minutes into the game after getting a yellow card. He threw in the white towel, literally threw in the white towel, and that was an incentive for us, which we didn't capitalize on, but uh, we already got what we wanted at that point. People, again, Casemiro scored. Casemiro scored. He always scores against Chelsea. I think Casemiro is a scapegoat. Like, he is literally one of our best midfielder. I think if Casemiro was in any other side, you would be seeing how good he is. His age, he was never quick or fast. It's literally the same Casemiro as usual. Obviously, he got a bit older, but we're not able to see it because of the system that he's in, and oftentimes he has to be playing in a big empty space in midfield. So you have to do most of the running across, up and down. If you have ever done that, it's nothing that you want to do. You don't want to be in the middle of the pitch with none of your teammates nearby, right? If that's the case, then you are alone. Sad to see Cole Palmer come off for an injury. I definitely hope it's not serious. My favorite player in the Prem, my favorite player in Europe right now. I mean, bar Yamil, Yamal, maybe Pedri, but definitely Cole Palmer, one I love to watch. Pause. Came off injured. I hope he's back fit very soon. But it is 3 points in the bag for Manchester United. Glory, glory, Manchester United. It is 3 points. This is certainly not the litmus test for Manchester United. We are playing Sunderland next, I think. Let me just verify. I think we play Sunderland next. And definitely that will be more of a test for us. Yes, we play Sunderland at home. No, we play Brentford. We go to Brentford first away, then Sunderland. Those two games are the ideal test. We're supposed to dominate those games, show our class, come out of those games 3-0, 3-1, definitely dominant, and be winning and coming home with 3 points, 6 from 6 in those two games. That's the real test. Not today, because by today's test, we practically lose. Not by the score sheet, but if you have any insight and are insightful, you will realize that this was a very lucky 3 points from Manchester United. But it is what it is. Please click that like button, people. Help the algorithm, help the channel to grow. Comment in that comment section. Uh, Hit the notification bell so that you are notified when we post a video, and feel free to share it, people. It is British 876 Sports. See you in the next one.